Welcome to the Michigan Skier Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
To way more Olympics than I ever thought I would, so I don't think, whatever happens, I don't think I'll have any regrets about it.
So you want to go out after the Olympics, right? Like end it on that?
Well, just at this point, yeah. You know, it's something that, I mean, if like World Championships is going to be at home, like that would be something that would be a draw for sure, but it's not going to happen, so.
Yeah. Something that people don't know about you that you'd be surprised to make?
Something. I don't know if it'll be that big of a surprise. So I travel all the time. I'm on the road half the year, and I'm horrible at packing, oddly enough. And when I do get someplace, I kind of explode. Like my room upstairs is a disaster. Which usually when I'm on the road for a season, I like to have some sort of like structure in my life. So keeping things a little bit more organized is nice. And I have a roommate, so I'm usually nicer about keeping my stuff even. But I'm usually so nitpicky and precise with everything with my sport, with my sled, getting equipment ready, that it's just funny that then like my sled is like perfect to a T, and everyone knows like I'm very like so much attention to detail, and then you walk in my room, it's like,
do you overpack?
Oh, absolutely. I like options, you know? You never know what you might need, which during the season I kind of know, but if I go for a vacation or something outside of my season, I'm 10 times worse at packing, and I bring way too much. Yeah.
Where's your favorite place to vacation?
Hawaii.
Did you contest against Korea?
Yes, we competed there in February.
What were the conditions like?
The conditions were fantastic, actually. It was cold, but it wasn't like unbearably cold. We had sunshine most of the time. So it was pretty great, and the facilities was pretty close to being totally done. The track was a little bit more challenging than I had anticipated, based on what I had heard.
In what way?
The main thought I had going into it is it was a pretty easy track as far as driving goes, but then all of a sudden we get there and there's a couple spots that really kicked my butt and gave me a run for my money. It was really hard to figure out the way, not even like the best way, fastest way to get through, but to get through without bashing walls and completely like losing all your time. So it took a lot more, specific effort to figure out like the specific spot on the track. And it's refreshing though in a way, because if it didn't have that kind of like little crutch almost, it would be really easy, and so the race would come down to who's heavy, who has the best equipment, and it takes a little of the skill out of it. So having a spot on the track that really takes some precision and even makes the best athletes in the world have problems, it's kind of exciting.
People are saying that this is kind of a more wintry spot, not like trucking snow in or keeping it under gigantic tarps for a year.
Yeah.
Did you find it that way in terms of the region in general?
For sure. I'm from upstate New York. It seemed kind of similar to that, to be honest. Like the landscape, it wasn't huge, big alpine setting like in like Torino, for example, is what I had to compare it to. But there were like rolling mountains, rolling hills, and the trees and stuff really reminded me of home a little, which is kind of nice. But it was cold, it was windy. There wasn't a ton of snow, but I have heard that they do get decent snow. The ski hills were all open. People were there skiing, so they have the ability to have snow, I guess. So that's a promise. We don't rely on it as much, so as long as it's below freezing, at least to some point during the day, we're good.
And with everything that's going on now, do you have any concerns about going there?
I don't. I've gone almost every Olympics I've been to. There's been some sort of scandal or security risk or security threat or something that everyone's talking about before. So I've kind of gone through that before. And like Russia, for example, there was a lot of talk about that too. And I went there, my family went there, and I felt completely safe the whole time. There's a whole bunch of people whose job it is to do that part. I'm glad I don't have to be part of that. And they've always done an amazing job in the past keeping us safe. And I have no doubt that they'll be able to do that again.
So your family and friends are used to it by now too?
Apparently, they're planning on going if I'm there. So yeah.
Thank you.
From Remsen, New York, right?
Yes.
I'm from Oneida.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So how'd you pick up Luge? I don't think I heard of Luge there for the longest time.
Yeah, so they do what's called a slider search. It's the White Castle slider search, actually, and they go around the country, and they basically, kids ages 9 to 13, they give the opportunity to try out the sport. They put rollerblade wheels on really basic sleds and teach the bare bones basics of the sport, how to lay on the sled, how to steer the sled a little bit, and then send them down like a hill, either in a town park or a city park or on a city street that's closed off. line it with hay bales for safety, and eventually work up to setting up some cones for a little bit of a course. And kids that really show potential right away or pick it up quickly, we invite to Lake Placid, New York, where or I guess Park City, Utah sometimes has kids come out as well, and they kind of teach you, go on ice, so you're on ice for real, stay at the training center, get the real kind of experience of being on the team, and sliding for real, learning more about the sport. And then from there, if kids show potential, they're coachable, they have good attitudes, they get invited into like the development program.
And what was the moment when you decided that was what you wanted to do?
When I first tried out, it was just kind of on a whim. I never had this like plan in my life, or as a kid, I didn't have these aspirations to be a luge athlete. But I basically just had the opportunity. My dad had seen the ad before the tryouts, and always been taught to keep an open mind, try new things, and it was definitely that met that bill. It was very different, something I never really knew much about, so I had no idea really what I was getting myself into, but it seemed fun. It was a lot of fun and something that challenged me, and so it was good.
So all these years later, you might be looking at your last games. What's the perfect ending after everything you've been through?
At this point, I think my perfect ending would be to have an Olympics that I'm happy with, that I fully enjoy. When I was in Sochi, I kind of had the mindset of this might be my last games. I might never be in this position again or have this experience again, so I really wanted to enjoy it and be in the moment and be able to experience everything I could. And so that seemed to work out pretty well, so I think I might just continue that mindset. And for the same reasons, it's such a fun thing to be a part of that I want to be able to like take it all in and just really be in the moment and have fun with it. And if I end up on the podium, that would be absolute icing on the cake. If I can come out of it with or without a medal, knowing I had the best 4 runs I'm capable at that time, I'll be happy with it. I just want to be able to perform to my ability, to what I know I can do.
How did you know Sochi?